And hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Christmas Eve. Just thought I would do a quick Merry Christmas video for y'all. And I'll wait for a few folks to get on here. And we'll go from there. I think we got some people coming, huh? Maybe. I'm going to check and see real quick on the Twitter side, see how things are going here. There we are. Looks like it's working on the Twitter side. So, message to everybody where we're waiting for somebody to come on, or from some people to come on here, is hey Regina May, is to make sure that that you subscribe, and you turn on those notifications. And in Twitter, on some of the when you turn on the notifications on some of the systems you use, you can actually say just turn it on for live if you don't want to pick up every tweet. I believe that you can do it on everything, but I know that on my iPad I can say, well, only give me notifications on lives. So it's looking like that. Merry Christmas, Debbie Rose. Sun Honey, hey, Weather Cat. There's Judy Van Dyke. See, Judy? Huh? Okay. Got my hat. Love my hats. But thank you so much. And there's Mr. T.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Merry Christmas.
So we just finished up some dinner, and the kids are in there making up stuff for tomorrow. We got some fudge. I think we got some cookies.
Peanut butter cookies, oatmeal, raisin cookies.
Oatmeal and raisin cookies with chocolate chip is my favorite.
And cinnamon rolls, homemade cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls. Very good. Very good. Yep. Well, what you can see of Mr. T without the microphone being in his way, maybe I move it over that way. And Texas, do you hear me okay? Texas, you've got to put your elf hat on now.
Yeah.
Okay. And everyone, Texas girl, say hi. Yep. So Texas girl has her little Santa helper, her elf hat on, got a little fuzzy ball on the top. Yeah. Got her special tinfoil hat. So, yep. So everyone's getting into the Christmas spirit as much as we can, with respect to what's going on in the world right now and in the country right now. This 1.7 some odd trillion-dollar omnibus bill that's been passed. All we have to do is shake our head. I mean, shake our heads. We know that this is garbage. They're saying, of course, when you've got the Democrats on their side, they're saying, well, we're funding the troops. Hey, we're funding the troops, and we're giving to the Ukraine where they need it. Well, who else needs it? The United States. We've got homeless veterans. We've got Title 42. We've got an overrun on the southern border. We've got all kinds of stuff. They're bringing back mask mandates. And we know that this movement, the movement that I'm working on, is to eliminate the state of emergency, to terminate it. And that's the kind of thing that we need to work on. We need to work on getting rid of that state of emergency. And we're not going to do that this year. We're not going to do that. HJ Res 46 in the House is just dead on arrival. We were working on trying to get the discharge petition on that, but not going to happen before the 118th. So what we need to do is we need to look like Brazil. We need to look like Brazil, period. Brazil is just going absolutely full citizen raid on the government. And they're a referendum for our election system. I don't know if you all know that, but they use the Dominion systems, and the same exact cheating that has happened over there is what they've been doing over here. So we want to keep a close eye. They're kind of our proxy in this point. So, but what you see is you see the Brazilian people, the Peruvian people.
Look what they're doing in Paris today.
Paris, France. A lot of what's going on in France includes the Kurds. We're seeing Kurds attack, but the fact of the matter is, there's still people have had enough all over the world. We've got New Zealand, we've got Germany, we've got Australia. People have had it. But Canada and Canadian citizens, but we don't see anyone in the United States. So that is what my movement, Gray Wolf Walk, has been about, is to grow the United States. And I don't know what it is. People aren't hurting enough, or what. I don't know. It just blows my mind that all over the world, citizens are standing up for their countries and standing up against the politicians. But in the United States, we're seeing, yay, c'est la vie. It is what it is.
Somebody else will fix it.
Someone else will fix that. We'll get to it tomorrow. It's crazy. It's crazy. So we need to wake people up on this reset through the remainder of this year and into the beginning of next year. The swearing in of the 118th Congress is a debacle. They no longer represent the United States. They know the citizens of the United States. They represent the big dollars. In my opinion, they're giving all this money to the Ukraine to keep the Ukraine from disseminating the information that would be detrimental to at least 4 families that are in the upper echelon of the administration of this country. And you see them oohing and eyeing and gushing and putting the Ukrainian flag up in our people's house. That if that doesn't piss you off, I don't know what does, and then giving Ukraine our 13-fold flag and
wearing Ukrainian pins on their lapels.
Our politicians taking the American flag off their lapel and putting the Ukrainian flag on their lapel. This is absolutely disgusting. Let's just put it that way. So let me talk about Twitter. Twitter had another dump today, dump number 9. Are they showing what the FBI and the CIA are all about? Or should we say OGA, other government, OCGs, OGA, other government agencies. That's it. Other government agencies. Okay. The FBI put $3.4 million in the hands of Twitter, supposedly to pay them for their assistance in silencing us. That's right. They are nothing more than the government police force of a banana republic. We need to do something about that. So I did this little ditty a couple of weeks back, and today's kind of the last day. You guys enjoy this, and I'll be right back after this. We'll get the mic up here. Here we go. It's beginning to look a lot like treason. Illegal ballots in their sacks. But the prettiest sight to see is what Twitter's giving me. They exposed those hacks. With all the Twitter dumps exposing the punks, the people wondering when. Okay, I'm gonna stop that for a minute because I've got to reset it. You didn't get the whole flavor of it. So here we go in its entirety. It's beginning to look a lot like treason everywhere we turn. Take a look at Dominion, changing the votes within, with drop boxes and mail-ins to burn. It's beginning to look a lot like treason, illegal ballots in their sacks. But the prettiest sight to see is what Twitter's giving me. They exposed those hacks. With all the Twitter dumps exposing the punks, the people wondering when. The government knew what they did to you. It's time for this all to end. And with a shout, we boot them out. Let's make us great again. It's beginning to look a lot like treason. Twitter had the truth within. It's time we take a stand, 'cause we have the upper hand. We've had enough, so let the trials begin. It's beginning to look a lot like treason, with our freedoms on the hook. If you don't like what you see, we must end this tyranny. Lock up all those crooks. Lock up all those crooks. There we go. What's this, Brenda?
I was just reading that.
Oh, Bam Bam is having some issues. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that, Brenda. Appreciate that.
We'll be in our prayers.
Yes, ma'am. You will be in our prayers. So, yeah, all kidding aside and all little ditty songs aside, it's hard to even sleep at night seeing what's going on in this country. And we need to get to the people. We need to get to the people quickly. And we do need to get a Brazil type action going in the United States. I've been primarily posting up on my Twitter at PLAAC and uh, Patriots Love of America and Constitution, PLAAC. And there's been a lot of posting that I've been doing up there that y'all get on Twitter and you might be able to see. And I think that over the next few weeks, we're getting ready. Myself, I'm getting ready for surgery. So, get my shoulder fixed and recuperated and get back out there. So, between now and the the the, the restarting of the walk part due, we need to get people placed around the country. I think we've got a couple of ambassadors that are coming on board. One on the East Coast, one on the West Coast, kind of the West Coast. But the new idea that we've got is to try and hit the areas where people have seen what's happened on November 8th, and what we need to do about it. What we need to do about it is we need to get to them and have them get with us. Even if we get into their town, their city, and we get enough people together, we literally can block off all the streets around their state house. And hopefully, some of those people will go with us to the next city. And we need to raise this awareness. We need to let people know what it is that we, the people in this country, need to do to start to heal our Constitution. Now, I, right along with everybody, would like to see everyone in Washington, D.C. be just ejected. But that's not a realistic goal, even though I would love to see that. I would love to see McConnell kicked out on his ear. Um, I've been saying for years that he's compromised. Kind of the one that shocked me yesterday was Tom Cotton. Shocked me. You got 18 Republicans in the Senate that are garbage now to me. I mean, there's just, if they voted for that omnibus, they're not for the people. It's that simple. And they were, well, we had to get something passed. Well, you did not have to get that omnibus. We could have gone shutting down the government if we had to correct the issues. For that matter, go ahead and push it through and let it go into the next Congress. Didn't have to sign that on omnibus. Didn't have to put all that pork in there. That $45 million or $1 billion going over to the Ukraine again. We've got 3.6 million dollars to the Michelle Obama Trail. It's just the amount of pork is amazing. And you had basically three individuals: Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, and Nancy Pelosi are the authors of that omnibus. And all they did was go back over the last 2 years and take all the bills of the garbage bills. I swear to God that they may have even put in a bill that for a few $1 million to find out just how fast ketchup comes out of the bottle. I mean, it's that bad. So that's the most terrible thing I've seen, outside of the fact that they held up that Ukrainian flag in our people's house. That there should never, ever, ever be another country's flag unfurled in our people's house. Period. Does not happen. We saw that Slovakia, the they undid the same thing in their House of Parliament, and that was dealt with immediately. They doused that with water and they pulled that flag out of those individuals' hand. And I loved it. The very last thing he did was swat the mask off the guy's face. So, but nobody stood up for that in our people's house. I do have to say, I saw in the audience that Lorraine Bobert and Matt Gaetz sitting next to each other didn't stand, didn't clap, didn't give nothing. They were present, and that was it. We need to start holding these people accountable. Now, I've been out since February 21st. Yes, I've been home for about a month now, but from February 21st until a month ago, in one way or another, I've been out there trying to wake people up and say, let's get this back on track. Um, so let's get this going. So that's what we have to do. This is not going to be a long one. I'm going to cut this short. I wanted to just let everybody know I will not be one to be sitting here saying happy holidays. I say Merry Christmas, freedom.
God bless America.
God bless America. That's right. And oh, by the way, Stanford University, you can kiss my backside, period. Um, I am an American. I always will be an American. And
damn proud of it.
Proud of that. Patriotic will be the next word you're going to say that is offensive to people. They can take it and shove it up their backside. Um, I found out that they're also going to try and ban the word stupid. Well, it seems pretty stupid to me what you're doing to our young people with this indoctrination of bull. So be proud, be patriotic Americans, and have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we will we will see you in the next few days. If I don't see you before New Year's, have a Happy New Year's. God love you, and God bless America.
There's a cry of freedom sweeping around the world today. And here we have it all, life and liberty. Still we give the dream away. No more can we afford to stand around, set inside our ways. Wake up in the USA. Wake up in the USA. Help others when you can. Respect your fellow man. Can't you see the times are changing? When priorities are wrong, we've got to stand up strong and rearrange them. It's time that we wake up and see our freedom was never free. So wake up in the USA. You know what you need to do. Don't give up, you gotta push on through. Quit closing your eyes, pretending that you don't see. And if you think you'll just spectate, it's too late. We all live here together, from sea to shining sea. Now there's a cry of freedom sweeping around the USA. No one can take the sunlight or the breeze. No one can turn our blue skies gray. Now everybody join together with me as I pray. Wake up in the USA. Wake up in the USA.